Fipronil is going to wipe out both species. Now we're on to trust. How are the beekeepers and public going to trust the DPI after they've just killed thousands and thousands of bees? They're poisoning everyone else's bees, and they're lying and concealing crucial information from the public. And does the DPI have a management plan in place for this? Well, the DPI believe that everyone has a trust in them. People aren't going to betray their trust and follow them, so they don't have a management plan in place for this, and they believe that what they're doing is 100% right. Does the DPI realize the trauma that is caused to the public and beekeepers by killing their innocent bees? Well, they say if they need emotional support, that they're there for them and they can help with that. But on top of that, they really don't care about your actual health. If you had therapy, if that was your therapy, if that was your everything, you've been doing that for your whole life, there is no leeway for this. There is no leeway if you're in the bush. Only if you're a commercial farmer, you get a bit of leeway. So do they actually care for your health? I don't think so. There's people that have been put back years and years in therapy because their only way to help them with life and through life was with their bees. Why can't the public have access to the sent-off lab samples and results collected from the uninfected and infected hives? Well, they can't disclose that. They won't give that information out again. That's their information, and they simply said that. The public do not have a right to know that. Even though you're paying for that lab research, you do not have a right to know that. Is there any merit or logic in killing hives without testing them? Well, they believe it's so urgent that they have to. They just have to kill these hives without testing them, and that this is the only way to eradicate them. They're just trying to knock it all out. But if there was real merit behind just doing this, they would have actually done it successfully and not just left half the hives here and some hives here and some hives here. They would have just wiped them out. But they're doing it in absolute random order. They're going over here and they're killing all the hives here, and then they're coming back here to kill the rest of the hives because they missed out on some of them. Like, this just makes no sense. Has the DPI consulted with the traditional custodians of all the lands that they're putting these Fipronil baiting stations on? And are they okay with this deadly poison wiping out their own native species? No, they haven't. They're just going to the whatever landowners they need to. They're going to Department of Lands and they're going to get the permits from them. They're not going to consult with the original custodians of this land and ask, hey, can we actually do this? Can we go and kill your native bees? Guaranteed they would have a very, very serious problem on their hands if they did. Is the DPI aware of the term euthanize? And it's used to end life, to eliminate pain and suffering. Yeah, they're well aware of the meaning. I asked them that, and they still continue to use the word euthanize. I looked at the bloke in the eyes and said, it's the word kill. It's kill. Euthanize is not what they're doing. They're not euthanizing these hives and putting these bees out of their misery. It sound less harmful and less dreadful of what they're doing. They're not going to go up to someone going, yeah, we just killed 30,000 hives. No, we euthanize them. We euthanize them because they were in pain and suffering. These healthy hives were pain and suffering, so we euthanized them. No, they didn't. They just killed them. Kill is a word they should be using. Sugarcoating the whole entire situation, basically, making it sound that little bit better. Economy. Why are beekeepers not being compensated for future income loss after their healthy beehives have been killed? Remember, you're not allowed beehives on a property for 3 years after the last case of Varroa has been found here. Yeah, that's right, 3 years. So where is people's income? Why have they just destroyed a whole bunch of industries? Not just the beekeepers, but people that need to grow fruit, people that have small farms, and people that need the pollinators. You've also got whole entire groups that have to build these bee boxes, build these bee frames, and they have massive amounts of staff. These industries have gone down by 70% in the last couple of months. Consider everyone else around here. They don't consider the future of what they're doing is going to absolutely devastate people's lives. And they have no plans of bringing a limit in and adding more funds to people. Once they kill your hive, you get your $550 and they expect you to be happy as anything. Now, this wasn't about money, and it never is about money. It's about the fact they're killing these innocent hives. Now, they think $550, people should be happy. Now, some people are definitely happy. The people that are at the market selling their honey from their dead bees, They're laughing. You know, they're 10 hives, you know, they got $5,000 and they've still got plenty of honey. You know, they couldn't care about the bees. Literally, we owe our lives to these animals. Was the DPI's plan for the people working in the beekeeping and bee supply industries? Like I said, they don't have a plan for them. It's up to themselves. It's up for you to find a new job. And it's sad, I know one of these companies that only hire disabled workers and they have absolutely hundreds of workers there. What are they going to do once they have no job? This is just dreadful. People have to feed their families. How many bees get exported from New South Wales coastline to foreign countries? That question is a lot of beehives do. And a lot of bees, because other countries depend on our pollinators here to be sent over there to pollinate their trees. So even though they won't tell us the exact number or they won't tell us anything to do with it, there's plenty of places online where you can see that Australia has had to send millions of bees to different areas of the world because they urgently needed them. And Australia is that beautiful breeding ground for bees. Now we're on to general. What happens to killed hives after they've been taken away? What is the process? Well, you want to really know? They took those 30,000 hives with 250 milliliters of petrol in each one and threw them in a hole. Yeah, a hole. It's disgusting. They're just poisoning this earth, aren't they? Here they are worried about this and worried about that and worried about clean energy, and yet they go and dump 30,000 beehives in a dedicated hole in the dump. Thousands and thousands of liters of petrol mixed with this old honey just thrown into a hole. That can't be good. That really can't be good. Where is the largest amount of beehives and bee growers located in Australia? Well, they told me this one, and it was 45% of registered hives are here in New South Wales alone. That is incredible. And that's because there is such an abundant amount of flowers around here, and a lot of people can have their bees here all year without having to supplement their food. Now, for the final question on this question sheet, we have, are hives contaminated with petrol after they killed them able to be reused? You'd be thinking, well, that's what our food, that's what our honey sits in. There's no damn way they'd be able to let people reuse those. Well, yeah. You don't get your full payment. You don't get your full $550. They take $200 away from you if you want to keep your hive. What you got to do is take your frames out and wash it down with some soapy water, and it will be okay. I don't think it will actually be okay though. That just sounds nasty. I would not ever trust a freaking hive that has had petrol poured into it. It's wood. I mean, it's wood. You can't go and pour petrol and expect everything to be okay. Like, holy moly. They're going to poison some people. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope you got some more answers from our questions. And trust me, we have been trying our hardest behind the scenes and trying to work on this. We really want to stop this. We need to stop this. And we need the people to back us up behind this, because it's our voice that matters. And Australia's had that run of being a bit lazy. So come on, guys, stand up, get your yellow ribbons out. Go and talk about it. Get people interested in it. Tell them what they're doing is wrong. We need to stand up once and for all for this, because this is our rights. This is our country. And shouldn't be using our money to kill our own resources to survive.